We are going to discuss about this thing that is our December highlights of 2025. So let's have a look at that. All right. So let's have a look at that. Basically, we are going to discuss about how to book the PT exam today. So this time we have a lot of scores as well. So we will try to quickly wrap up the explanation part. So what is the PT exam? So as we know that we have been doing this thing, we are taking this PT exam, and now we are many of the time people will end up making mistakes with the booking of PT exam. So they don't know the process of PT exam and they continuously ask on groups and other social platforms regarding how to book the PT exam. So you can just go to the Pearson PTE portal. You can create your account. Make sure that your account details, names, first name, surname, given name, date of birth, each and everything is matching accurately as per your passport. Do not make any kind of mistakes in that thing. Otherwise, if you make any mistakes, then when you book the exam, when you reach to your test center, you will not be allowed to take the exam because as per Pearson's, whatever mistakes you are making, that is solely your own mistake and that cannot be refunded. So your entire money will be lost. So take care of this thing. A slight mistake can waste your thousands of rupees and even hundreds of dollars. So once you enter all the things, once you create your proper account, then search for your preferred test center and also your slot timings. Select the slots and complete the registration payment. Once you make the payment, you will immediately receive a confirmation email on your registered email ID through which you have created the account. Make sure that you are only carrying your passport on your exam day. Do not make any kind of spelling mistakes on your name, address, or your date of birth. No water bottle, pens, or papers are allowed in the examination hall. During your examination hall, in the beginning, you will be provided with a pen, your marker pen, and as well as a erasable notepad. So make sure that while you are using the erasable notepad, your hands are not touching the below part of your notepad. Because if you do that thing while you are writing with force, then your writing will be smudged and that will not give you better scores. Okay, even that will be not refunded from the Pearson because you have to have the basic understanding of how to use a erasable notepad. So that is what you have to understand. Recently, one of my students faced this issue. So do not do such kind of mistakes. And yes, a digital timer will be present on the right hand side of the computer screen. So don't worry about that. You can definitely look at the timer to keep yourself updated how much time is left. Coming to the next thing, many of the time people will ask what are the important tips for PT, how to crack each and every task. So basically we have compiled this thing. So if you see that here, speaking is mainly related on pronunciation, fluency, as well as make sure that you are speaking something about content. So 60% is depending mostly on pronunciation and fluency and rest 40% of your speaking marks are depending on content. So focus mostly on pronunciation and fluency, but that doesn't mean that you are not uh, focusing on the content. Take care of that thing. For writing tasks, I recommend you to take care of a lot of spelling mistakes and a grammatical errors. Make sure that you are reducing them to nil as much as you can. Do not leave any kind of gap in your practice if you are practicing and your target is for superior scores or CLB 9 scores. So take care of this thing. Then make sure that you are writing simple, complex, and compound structures. Don't make any kind of mistakes while you are writing that thing. For reading, a lot of people face this issue. So for reading, you have to mostly focus on, as you might have heard a lot of time, that work on your vocabulary, make your contextual understanding stronger, learn collocations, and improve your grammar. Take care of these things, and definitely you will start seeing improvement in your reading scores. For listening, I would recommend you to improve your focus on the audio. Many of the time, people will not be able to focus on the audio. They sometimes their typing speed will be very less. So maybe due to that thing also they lose their scores. Then avoid grammatical mistakes and spelling mistakes. So take care of these things. Don't let these things happen. Write only what you are able to hear. So make sure that whatever you are hearing from the audio, you are writing it accurately as per that. Do not depend on any kind of tips and tricks during your listening section because it is very important. Then, as we all know that time management is really important, you have to stick to time for each and every task. I have already said about this thing, time management thing, in my messages, but if possible, in the next video, I will also try to explain how much each task should be given time. So if you follow that timing, definitely you will see good amount of scores in your real exam. Many of the time people don't focus on this time management thing. That is why they end up losing their scores. Then proofread your answers always for your spellings and grammatical mistakes. Sometimes the spelling mistakes will be very silly, but because people become, maybe they become overconfident, or they don't care about going through reading that once again. So due to that thing, you are risking your scores, especially if your target is for CLB 7 or CLB 7 or more, and if your target is for proficient and more in your PT academic. Always make sure that you are typing fastly, or at least writing fastly on your notepad. Do any of this one thing. If you are unable to do that thing, then definitely no matter what kind of trick or tips you use, you are not going to get your scores. You have to improve your basic level of skills, then only tips and tricks will be useful for you. If you are weak in that thing, definitely it will not be useful for you. Maintain required word counts. Many of the time people don't focus on these things. Take care of that thing, that you are taking care of your word counts. Do not make any mistakes in that thing. All right, coming to the next thing, test day tips. Like as you have shared in many of the times in my group as well, but this is just for your reference, that you have to understand that you have to relax on your test day. Do not get stressed while you are doing this thing. Take your time, let something um, adjust into your brain, absorb as much as you can, and don't practice on the last day. Okay, as much as you can, do it just one day before your exam day, and let your brain relax. Carry your passport, it is the most important document. Almost everywhere passport is a mandatory document. In some cases there might be some exceptions, but as far as I know, passport is mandatory. Reach always early. Do not be late at the exam centers, so that you stay focused and calm, and do it with full focus. Don't pause during the exam. Make sure that you are not stopping a lot. Then use your notepad during your task like read a lecture, describe image. You can even say in summarize script discussion, respond to a situation, summarize spoken text, listening blanks, and what you can say this right from dictation. You can use this in any of these things. Word limits matter a lot, so make sure that you are writing it related to the word limits only. Capital letters and full stops are mandatory. Don't interfere with the equipment. Many of the times people will try to uh, uh, disturb the equipment setup, due to which they end up losing their scores because the equipment may not be functioning properly. So take care of that thing. So don't get stuck while you are doing any task. Don't spend too much of time on any one single task. It is waste of time. Follow the time management and you will be good to go. Um, right. Sometimes usually people will end up wasting time mostly on MCQs and highlight incorrect words, or you can say highlight correct summary, select missing words. Those are useless tasks. Like they hardly give you any score. But people who are new to PT, they don't have this idea, and they try to spend more time on that thing, which will be a waste of time. So don't depend on that thing. Instead, focus on high scoring tasks like summarize spoken text, or you can say highlight incorrect words or write from dictation. Take care of these things. Negative marking is really important, as you know that there are some tasks in PTE as well which are giving you negative marking. So make sure that you are not making that mistake. As you know, we have three tasks which are negative marking. Recheck your answers quickly, as I've said previously as well. Proofreading is mandatory. Coming to the next thing, how to do speaking in a proper way. Many of the time people will think that every now and then, if someone is unable to get your good scores, they will say that they have pitch issue. And even someone will tell you, some other persons will also tell you about pitch issue. But pitch issue is only for 1 to 2% in the whole world, not for each and every person. So make sure that if you are getting anything above 45, or you can say even above 40, then you are not in the category of pitch issue. You are in the category of not practicing properly. If there is some pitch issue, definitely you should not get any kind of scores. You will hardly get 15, 25 marks, nothing more than that. So if you are getting anything more than that, then definitely that is not your issue. That is your improper method of practice. Maybe you are fumbling a lot, maybe you are getting stuck a lot, maybe you are answering too long, or maybe you are answering too short. So take care of that thing. Speak at a moderate pace. Do not rush while you are speaking for good scores. Use good pronunciation and clarity. Include content relevant things so that you get maximum marks. Do not rush for high scores. Focus a lot on clarity and pronunciation. Be confident and natural. Do not make it look like a uh, what you can say as prepared template. So avoid doing that thing. Avoid stammering, stuttering, repeating, hesitating, or fumbling while you are speaking. Whatever you are doing, just go with the smooth, natural flow and let it continue like that only. All right. So as you have known that I have recently attended few webinars with Pearson as well. So I came across this thing. Like I had two meetings with them recently. So one meeting was related to how to write essays. So I got good insights about how this is being evaluated from the Pearson side whenever they check their scores. And even like they sometimes they also check with different kinds of AI tools as well apart from that, so that whatever you are writing, if you are using any kind of repeated template, so that is definitely going to be banned, because that is already going to be catch hold by the PTE AI. So you have better chances that you are going to lose your scores for that. So kindly avoid doing that thing which is working for each and everyone. Try to look for some kind of creativity. Make sure that you are writing good amount of content in response, and you are going to get good scores. Now, many of the time people will expect that if they are getting like good scores in writing, they think that it is because they are writing 260 plus words. So that is not mandatory. I have even seen people getting writing 205 to 210 words in the last week itself, this week itself. So even they got 90 in writing. So as long as you are writing meaningful thing related to the content, you are going to get marks. So that was one thing. And another seminar which I had with Pearson was related to the how is generative artificial intelligence is used to prepare PTE practice questions. So this thing was tried, and they usually check cross check before implementing these things. But as per them, they have said that they are still trying to check whether they can create some new questions from that. That is why you are seeing a lot of time these days that previously you were used to get good scores from predictions, but nowadays you are finding that many of the things are not related. They are not getting repeated anywhere. So you will find it a bit difficult to crack. So that is because they are trying to implement the usage of AI, and they are also trying to give different prompts so that they can create that structure questions, whatever they want to give you. So it is like, as you can see, prediction files are useful but not 100%. Unlike previous days where if you just what you can say wrote learn the entire predictions files, you were able to achieve 90 in all. But now it's not the case. Even if you do the entire prediction files, you may or may not get it. Completely depends on your luck. So focus more on enhancing your skills rather than always looking for shortcuts. Okay, so that was about that thing. So yeah, this week we have received a lot of superiors as well as a lot of results from our group. So it's a big congratulations to all of them. As you can see, we have got superior as well. Then we have another person who got good scores. So we have good amount of scores this week. A lot of people, even Tayyab has got, finally he was struggling a lot since a long time, but finally he got his scores. So that is really a good commendable achievement for his hard work. Even Muskan has got good scores. All right. So this is one of the person who wrote the exam, and today morning they got the scores. So as you can see, they are very good at their achieving their scores. But as I have previously informed them that they have good better chance of losing their scores in speaking. So this is what happens. Like if you are trying to just follow your own way, if you don't try to understand where you are making mistakes, definitely you are going to end up making your mistakes and you are going to lose your marks in the real exam. So avoid doing that thing. If someone is telling that you are making something wrong, it is better that you enroll in some classes, then it is better you follow that just to save a few bucks. You are wasting a lot of dollars for that. So make sure that you are preparing accordingly. This is also another person. Another person also did the same thing. Like they also lost the scores in speaking. If you see, all their scores are really good. Reading 89 is quite commendable thing. Writing 90, 85 in listening. So this is what happens if you like. It is really important that you understand what the trainer is telling so that it will be helpful for you. I always give personalized feedbacks after checking each and everything. So when I ask something of you, then it is better that you listen to my guidance and you focus on that. So that definitely this can improve your chances to get your scores faster. Otherwise, you will have to again reset the exam, go through the same process, practicing, preparing, getting stressed, panic, and then also at the end of the day, if you are unable to get your scores, entire your money, efforts, and time, everything will be wasted. So take care of these things. All right. So again, this is also one of the reasons. So this person wrote really well. Maybe there was some issue with the scores generation report. So they have lost scores in writing, but when I checked their skills analysis, I found that everything was perfect. So I think that this person should go for rescoring. Let's hope they get desired scores soon, because everything is good. Sometimes if they are using any kind of shortcut tricks, then maybe that can damage their scores. But let's hope for the best. This week we have also reached 13,000 views on our YouTube channel. So thanks a lot for your support, whoever is watching my videos. I hope that you are able to gain a lot of useful insights related to PT exam updates and what things are useful for your PT. If you are finding it useful, kindly share the videos as well. That will be helpful for me to even grow as well. Uh, it will help me bring more quality amount of content to present in front of you guys. So thank you for that. I really appreciate your support on this thing. All right, so any queries? Yes, let's start checking. Yes, please. We can ask. Let me just unmute you guys. All right, I have allowed you to unmute. Kindly.
Hi, sir.
Yes, please.
I want to discuss that I have found multiple people only from your group and their groups. and
Mm-hmm.
they have scored 90 multiple times, even before 17th of September, even in August. But
Yes.
suddenly, after 17th of September, their score are not going above 73. And when I talked to them, they said they also know multiple people in their institute where they were practicing Language Pills Academy or Vision. There
Mm-hmm.
were people that were coming that are getting 73, 70s. In other sections, they are getting the superior marks. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, and the only thing common between all of them is their pitch is low from the voice pitch analyzer. The other thing, they are some are not using templates at all. They are writing the essay itself. If that was the reason, and and whenever you go to any tutor, they will say, "Yeah, we will fix it." The thing is, you are not speaking clearly, fluently, while in their own practice websites or Alpha PT or AppUni, they are getting 90 out of 90, 86 out of 90 in the sectional mock test,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not getting it. But no one is accepting the pitch issue could be the concern. They are only blaming the students that you are doing this blunder.
Yes, let me just have a look at that. Maybe because many of the times it also happens because of people's mistakes. So normally people don't listen to that. So definitely, if as you have said that maybe after 17th September, what I will try to raise this query. I haven't recently got the chance to like we couldn't have a proper discussion with the Pearson test team
Yeah,
developers. So I will definitely raise this concern and I will get back to you definitely for this thing. Okay,
sure. Thank you.
no issues. Okay, so Sad has asked, is PT becoming more easy nowadays? So it depends, Sad. Like if person skills are good, they can definitely score better. So it is not mandatory or it is not possible that it is uh, uh, difficult for each and every person. Because as you have seen, like in our group members itself, after the recent updates of PT, almost so far 22% have got superior. So that is what you can understand that we can still get it. No, at least five people found on Phil that they have scored 90, 96 before. Okay, so I think this was Ahmad who has asked the question. So definitely I will have a look into that, Ahmad. Don't worry about that. Um, all right, any other questions? I think through PD, that is center, and uh, that's quite difficult to say, Sarah, because many of the times it is also the issues of students as well. Yes, definitely, maybe that can also be one of the reason, but not always the reason. Every time, like because you see, if in IELTS, definitely it was like global through like everyone were facing the issue, but now in PT, yes, definitely there are some glitches or maybe some kind of things that can be making these things happen, but definitely once we inform these things they will start understanding this thing. Usually people don't speak up when they get some wrong scores, and that is where these things start taking birth. So whenever we see that we have done very perfectly fine, definitely we should raise this query. We should submit our feedbacks regarding the test result, regarding our test experience, what we expected and how it turned out to be. Definitely they will start looking at these things. And if each and everyone is making the same kind of complaint, then definitely they will try to become more alert on this thing. Uh, Yes, Ahmed, maybe yes. So as you have said that it can be related to your pitch issue as well. Definitely we will have a look into that. Hopefully like maybe I will try to again, if I get a chance, I will try to again connect in the month of January and I will let you know regarding the my findings and what the response is. Yes, so as I was telling, for rescoring purpose, and many of the time people start getting confused whether rescoring is useful or not. So let me tell you about this thing that rescoring is useful only when you are confident about your answers. Otherwise, if you have got some, let's say, for proficient scores, and that was your first test, okay, and your aim is trying for superior scores, then don't go for rescoring for that thing. Let that score be proficient, take another test, and then go for superior. If you go for rescoring again, at that time maybe they might reduce your scores with human intervention, so that can even damage your scores, which cannot be considered as proficient as well. So if you that is your first attempt, then it is better that you avoid going for rescoring. Unless until like if you have already previously got the scores as proficient, definitely in the second attempt you have to go for rescoring. Okay, whatever scores will get changed, like even if 1 or 2 marks also changed in any one of the skills, which happens in 99% of the cases, definitely at that time you can go for this thing, like you can go for rescoring, and you will definitely get your refund of 160 USD. So Saddam has asked, Sir, kindly please tell about essay writing tricks. Okay, so for essay writing tricks, Saddam, as I've said, you can definitely use Alpha PT template. These are tried and tested. Students are still using that, and they are writing it, and they are getting good scores. Many of the time, why people say that it is not working anymore is because they are unable to add sometimes proper content. They don't understand the question properly. So the best thing is that you understand the question first. Spend at least 1 or 2 minutes to understand the question. Once you get the question, then you start writing slowly. Okay. Make sure that you are writing your whatever template is there, or even if you are writing on your own, make sure that you are writing good amount of content in your response. And then once you are done, immediately start proofreading. Many of the times we end up making mistakes, silly mistakes, which we don't normally make, but in the exam stress we end up making such kind of errors. So avoid doing that thing. Okay, for Sarah, for summarize spoken text, what you have to do is there will be a lecture. So definitely for the lecture, you have to listen to it with full focus. Don't make that thing that you are not making this kind of mistake. Like listen to the audio properly with full focus. Try to grasp it and then try to speak it as clearly as possible. And then try to take quick notes. Make sure that you are writing it accurately as per the audio so that you are getting good scores. Okay, don't make that mistake that your audio is talking about something and then you are trying to use some kind of template which is not allowing you to add good amount of content. Definitely at that time you are going to lose your scores. So take care of this thing that you are writing it everything as per the audio. Make sure that you are avoiding spelling mistakes and grammatical errors. This thing now you might ask me like how to reduce grammatical errors. Now many of the time this is a case. A lot of people will ask, Sir, we can anyhow somehow improve our spellings, but how to fix grammatical mistakes? So grammatical mistakes can only be fixed with regular practice. You think of it in this way, like you have you see someone driving a car. Suddenly let's say they are asking you to drive the car and you don't have the idea about how to drive a car. They will sit beside you and they will guide you to put the clutch, brake or accelerator, but because you have not experienced it yourself, you are never going to learn it unless and until you give it some time to practice. You give it some time to adjust yourself. Until that time, you are definitely going to lose your scores. So, grammatical mistakes are very common in each and every one. Even if I may write it, I no matter what kind of how many years a person will teach, they will anyhow end up making a few grammatical mistakes here and there. But make sure that grammatical errors are not damaging the entire sentence flow. Okay, make sure that you are practicing a lot, you are observing your mistakes where you are commonly making mistakes, and then you try to fix them. Do not make it happen again. Try to remember those things, understand your mistakes, why you are making that mistakes, learn from that. So definitely that will help you improve your grammatical mistakes. Okay, that will help you in resolving your grammatical errors. Without that, no matter how many tips a person will say, it will not be useful for you unless until you don't practice it yourself. um, that cannot be improved. The same thing is also common for your reading as well. Reading tips are only useful when you have basic understanding about English language. If you are poor in that, then definitely no matter what kind of reading rules you study, grammar, collocations, or any kind of thing, it will be not helpful for you. Okay, so make sure that you are fixing these things and you are getting your desired scores faster. All right, let's see what else question we have. Sir, does templates work for discriminates? Yes, templates do work, but I would recommend you, Ikhra, to make sure that you are not repeating the things again and again. As you have seen that if you repeat the same things again and again, you have high chances that you may end up losing your scores. So make sure that your responses are unique. You are not repeating the same thing again and again in your response. Um, Try to avoid banned phrases like the image is very informative. I have to speak for 40 seconds. Try to avoid that thing and definitely will see better scores. There are few other phrases as well which you might have already known by now. All right, so sir, in SWT, we only pick three main sentences and connect with connectors. So it's just connect. Yeah, that's correct. Still, it is working. People are still getting good scores. You can definitely use that, but make sure that you are writing relevant and related content to the sentence. You are making the meaningful sentences. Don't take anything from anywhere you like, and you expect to get good scores. And also make sure that you are using proper connectors. Previously you hardly had um, around 2 marks for content, but now we have around 4 marks for content. So previously, even if you are just writing something here from here and there, we will still used to get good scores. But nowadays, because it is being also evaluated by human, so it is better that you try to write meaningful and related sentences to improve your chances to score high. So Vikas has asked, what are the speaking tests? So as I've said, Vikas, if you have joined earlier during this seminar, you might have observed that if you are speaking related to the provided content, you are definitely going to get good scores in your read aloud. For repeat sentence, I would recommend you to speak it as accurately as possible to the audio. For disc image, I recommend you to go through the entire image, try to scan the main things, main highlights of the image, and try to repeat them with good pronunciation. And then for retail lecture, again the same thing. Listen to the audio with full focus, try to grasp the sentences, understand the gist of the audio, and then try to speak in your own words in very simple language and make sure that you are working on your pronunciation fluency. Do not stutter, stumble, or stammer, or hesitate, repeat, fumble while you are speaking. Make sure of these things. For summarized script discussion, I recommend you to take good amount of content from the three speakers. Whatever it is being said, try to grasp as much as you can. Work on your quick note-taking skills for your retail lecture and your summarized script discussion, because without that, you are not able to get good scores. So make sure that you are taking care of these things, and definitely you will start seeing better scores in your response. I strongly recommend you to that speak around 60 seconds. At least 60 seconds should be the thing. And I recommend that Pearson test developers have said anything around 90 is very good response. So take care of these things. And yes, for respond to situation, just be polite, professional, and be very fluent in your response, because that task has been implemented just to test how you speak, how you use your language and communication skills in the place where the situation is suddenly given to you. So these are very general kind of situations. Definitely you can practice that thing. All right. Sir, if we grab less content in retail lecture and summarize script description, how we can perform? Can we repeat the notes we have taken or not? It is better that you focus on these things that uh, first try your level best to improve your scores, especially if your target is for superior scores. This thing is not going to work. For proficient scores, maybe this can work because speaking is still just around 76. But definitely this can work for your competent scores, but a little bit risky for your proficient scores, and definitely not a useful thing for your superior scores. So avoid depending on that thing. All right, so Sarah has asked, sir, should we explain separately three speakers, like speaker one says, speaker two explains, and then speaker three discusses, and lastly conclusion? Yes, you can follow any method, Sarah. It is not a fixed thing. You can definitely follow any kind of method as long as you are speaking as per the provided audio. Definitely, you are going to get better marks. Unless until that, you are definitely not going to get better scores. So make sure that you are making these things perfect. Then it will be really helpful for you. So most important thing is taking care of your these things, like understanding what to take, what are the key points of the discussion, including that in your response. Without the key points, if you are just saying basic things which are not related for your um, provided discussion, then you are definitely not going to get better scores. So take care of these things. Um, Right. And you can follow any kind of method, no issues with that. Definitely you will get scores as long as you are speaking to the audience. Let's see. All right. All right, guys. So that is what keep on supporting the if you see anyone preparing for PTA, can add in the group. Definitely, group link is present in the description of group chats. You can have a look at that. Practice in a proper way to save your time, energy, efforts, and money as well. Um, just don't care about the charges always. If you are unable to get your scores in second or third test, then definitely I recommend that you take the help of a person so that you improve it sooner. Instead of writing it back to back with self-study, you are only risking your chance of getting your desired scores faster. All right, guys. So I think I have answered all the questions. I hope this session was really useful for you. Thank you for your time and thanks for joining, everyone. Take care and bye bye.